I'm David Stillman from the Public-Private Alliance Foundation in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, the 15th of January 2010, just a few days after the tremendous disaster in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I have with me Virgilio Malagon, who is in the National Energy Commission of the country, but also very much involved with emergency issues and how to cope with them. He is a man with a great deal of experience and a Dominican with a great deal of heart. I think the Santo Domingo and Santiago, Dominican Republic, become staging areas for support.
On the airport of Barahona, when President Fernandez spoke with President Obama by phone, he offered the international airport of Barahona as the central airport for all the relief operations. But also, you had many people coming to the OMS medical facilities in Santiago, and also to the Plaza La Salud in here, which is excellent health centers, one of the most modern in the Caribbean, by the way, those two. Most of the diplomatic mission personnel that was in Haiti that were rescued or perhaps that can be cured are coming to those two health centers, the AMS and the Plaza La Salud Center. They have come by helicopters, by private planes, you name it.
I understand that Dominican people have been providing resources, and it's added up to millions of pesos very quickly.
No, it's amazing. There is a campaign, 100 pesos for Haiti, and right now that campaign in 2.5 days have raised about 16 million pesos. If you divide by 33, you know what's the amount in US dollars. It's about $500,000 in 2.5 days. And I think that in America, perhaps with the initiation of your partnership agency, can start a program of $1 for Haiti. And we will be surprised that $1 by $1 in a week, you're going to have enough money to buy. Because this is the other side of the story. So I explained those three main goals, what you need. As you know, Port-au-Prince is a hillside city. It's a beautiful city, you know, and it's very difficult sometimes for construction equipment to reach to areas, to lift roof, etc. You know, to see if people are hurt inside those houses, building hotels, governmental offices, etc., etc. And most of the work has to be done manually. So you need a tremendous labor force. So what the Dominican Association of, you know, like Home Depot, you call that, ferreterias,
yes,
hardware
supermarkets,
yeah, and hardware stores. That association of hardware stores have accumulated a huge amount of manual instrument for the rescue. And they are going to send it on Sunday. We're doing it by land. You see, there are 5 big trucks loaded with hand-usable equipment in order that those operations...
Picks and shovels.
Oh yes, that's right. And hammers, you know, big hammers and etc. And also construction building material like wood, nails, etc. All that is also being delivered. My rough estimate that on the previous 3 days and the next 10 days, the Dominican society will be giving the Haitian people about $25 to $35 million of relief. From the last 3 to the next 7, so in 10 days period. And also human power, lots of human power. Because you need human power there. as I say, you have hurt people, you have lost people, you have despairing people, you have depressed people. You see, and you cannot count on them for rescue. It's impossible. Some rescue may be done, but as a plan, as a contingency plan, you cannot count on that people because those people are hurt, badly hurt, amazingly badly.
Traumatized.
Yes, you see your whole family in the floor. I mean, dead. I mean, what that human being is going to do?
Now, the Public-Private Alliance Foundation is a small charitable institution. We deal in partnerships with other organizations to improve livelihoods. We're not really an emergency assistance organization, but we have partnered with two organizations that do provide emergency assistance. One is the Airline Ambassadors, one is Project Cure. The Airline Ambassadors needs money for jet fuel to be able to bring plane loads of support to the country, and the Project Cure has medical supplies and equipment already and needs more to be able to send to the stricken city of Port-au-Prince, and donations of cash and of equipment are being accepted through the efforts of Public-Private Alliance Foundation mobilizing support to Airline Ambassadors and Project Cure. I think that will help us.
President Obama, in a very dramatic speech, I think it was last night, he really is determined to say Haiti is top priority. I think that there are tremendous opportunities now for that.
It's very important to bring together the different countries and different efforts. There'll be quite a variety of major and smaller efforts undertaken in these next weeks, and we want to be part of it.
Also, the medicine, before you finish, because some people send medicine, that we have no use in Haiti right now. The most important type of medicine is the preventive medicine, very important, to prevent epidemics like cholera, etc., and to have the medicine available if such thing happens in there. And of course, all the chiropractic material, to cure fractures, because there is a lot of people who have broken arms, broken legs, broken ribs. This type also of medical supply is needed in Haiti. And of course, water, drinkable water. That's very huge amount of drinkable water.
Well, the stores in Santo Domingo are emptying out.
Oh yes, absolutely. Well, I myself have gathered about 10,000 bottles of water. We are thinking that Evian make a donation to Haiti. I think that the French government is working on that too. That would be great. We're coming on a ship. It will take a few days to arrive, but the water is going to be in Haiti in great amounts in about 5, 6, 7 days.
Well, we're all concerned and all trying to help. And I want to thank you very much, Virgilio Malagon.